Hi there, I'm Cotton and welcome to Cotton Hammer. Today we are going to do yet another puddle dive into the lore of a minor Space Marine chapter. This time on the biggest of boys, the Sons of Antaeus. A chapter that's comprised entirely of oversized Astartes. Now, without any further faffing about, let's get into this puddle. So, who are the Sons of Antaeus? On the surface they are just another successor chapter of the Ultramarines, wearing grey and black armor with an unknown chapter symbol. So I asked Dolly to make them a chapter symbol, but it went a bit overboard. But it gets more interesting once you learn that they are a chapter from the 21st founding in the 36th millennium. This founding is also known as the Cursed Founding, because during this founding the Adeptus Mechanicus, with approval of Terra, tried to improve on the Emperor's divine work and upgrade the Astartes. The main goal was to remove flaws and defects already known about, like the Black Rage of the Blood Angels. The secondary goal was to make new Astartes better, faster, stronger.
Better, faster, stronger.
Though there was a more secret third objective. One that is unlikely to have been approved by Terra and its High Lords. The reintroduction of Traitor Geneseed. But more about that later. At the moment you know more than enough about that little detail already. The Cursed Founding has earned the name for a reason. Most, if not all, of the chapters that sprung forth from this founding have been afflicted with all kinds of debuffs. The curse shows itself in a variety of ways, like with the Black Dragons in a physical way where bony blades sprout from their arms and heads, or in a more spiritual way, like with the Lamenters who are eternally cursed with bad luck. Most of the Cursed Founding chapters have either been wiped out by now, or have actually gone renegade or heretic. Among these cursed brethren stand the Sons of Antaeus. And what is their curse, you ask? They are doomed to be really fucking big and tough.
Man, this is some bullshit! Boo this man!
Yeah, sign me up for that curse as well. Literally won the genetic lottery. Jokes aside, they are literally so massive that even other Astartes look puny next to them. You might have already heard about giant space marines like Astarion Moloch of the Minotaurs, or Tiberus the Red Wake of the Carcharodons. Imagine an entire chapter of marines of that size.
That's a huge bitch!
Now, luckily for the entire galaxy, they don't share tyrant brutality. Quite on the contrary, they are most famous for taking beatings rather than dishing them out. They of course still kick your ass, but it's their extreme resilience that steals the show. While Astartes by default can already survive wounds and impacts that would not just kill, but delete any normal man, the Sons of Antaeus can survive wounds and damage that would instantly kill fellow Astartes. Their toughness is so remarkable that even other chapters have commented on it.
How are you not dead? I have no idea!
If you know Space Marines, you know how special this is. While Space Marine chapters do honor other chapters they have kindred with, you wouldn't catch them admitting that the other chapter is better than them at anything. They will go on about how that other chapter is honorable and dutiful and they are all true friends, but if you'd ask them how well they fight, you usually just get a I'd rate them 3.6 stars.
3.6. Not great or terrible.
But not so with the Sons of Antaeus. Basically every other chapter that ever fought alongside them has commented on how unnatural their resilience and toughness is. How they can literally just stand still in a hail of incoming gunfire that would shred entire tank columns, and just shrug it off like afternoon rain. Now, if you picked up on the third reason on why the Cursed Founding exists, that I mentioned earlier, you might have already pieced together a few things.
It goes in the square hole.
But let's first see what the Mechanicus has to say about this. They claim that the unnatural resilience stems from their experimentations on improving the skeletal structure of the Astartes.
I'm not fat, I'm big boned.
If they did this through modifying the gene seed or by adding some substance to the bones during the implantations, they refuse to say. So, let's rip the band-aid off. They are Death Guard. The Adeptus Mechanicus has once again tried to fuck around with traitor gene seed, and against all odds has actually been successful this time. No, they can't brag about it, cause the Inquisition would have executed every single one of them. Remember that this was way before Carl showed up, who enjoys the protective gauntlet of Bobby G above his head. It's even doubtful that any of the members of the Sons of Antaeus know their true origin. There are plenty of people that saw them in action, and have instantly made the connection that they seem to be able to withstand just as much damage as the Death Guard Legion, if they happened to have had contact with that last one. Just less stinky.
Uh-oh. Stinky.
But you won't catch any of them saying that in earshot of anything or anyone that looks even remotely important. For obvious reasons, I think. For clarification's sake, I have to say that it's not 100% confirmed that they are Death Guard. But come on, we all love a little bit of tech heresy as much as the next guy. So, with all this toughness and tankiness, what did they actually accomplish? Sadly, we only know of a single engagement. This was during the third inter-guild war of the Inca-Sector. Basically, the Inca-Sector was getting properly fucked by Xenos pirates that kept raiding convoys, both incoming and outgoing. Because the guild fathers had pissed in someone's pudding, and that someone was now actively paying these pirates to go shit in their cornflakes. While the Administratum would take care of the internal affairs, in a few centuries when they get around to bothering at least,
Be out when it's out, and we like that, it'll be out when it's out.
the marines of the subjugators were called in to take care of the Eldar pirates. Here we have a first-hand report of Captain Ragman of the subjugators, who found himself completely surrounded by an entire Eldari raiding force of the Void Dragon pirates. And with no invaders in sight to take care of the knife air problem, he had to fight his way out himself. This seemed pretty hopeless cause the grav tanks and weapon platforms of the Eldari kept shredding any marine that popped his head out. They were saved when our big boys, the Sons of Antaeus, suddenly showed up out of nowhere and attacked the Eldar in their rear.
Oh my!
And shattered the Eldari's formation. Suddenly outnumbered, the Eldar remembered that they were little bitches, so they instantly tried to flee. But being caught in between the subjugators and the Sons of Antaeus, they had to break out. They decided to throw their full might against the Sons of Antaeus, since they were the smaller force. The same weapons that were earlier tearing marines apart were just shrugged off by the Sons of Antaeus. Unable to break out, and the Sons not giving a single inch of land and barely a drop of blood, they were slowly crushed between the Sons of Antaeus and the subjugators. After the battle, instead of celebrating their victory with the subjugators, they vanished again. Like, I don't know how a marine the size of a small tank can just disappear, but they pulled it off. That's sadly the only confrontation on record. Officially they are rootin' and tootin' all over the galaxy doing the Emperor's holy work, with many witnesses to their brave and heroic displays of not budging a single inch under punishment that would erase fortresses. Though, even with them having shown not a single mutation except this unnatural toughness, and having proven their loyalty over the millennia, they are still looked at with disdain because they are from the cursed founding. Even the Ultramarines themselves, who usually have really good relationships with their successor chapters, mostly just ignore their very existence and pretend they don't know them.
I've never met this man in my life.
He's my brother.
Adopted.
Which is most likely the reason they just disappear after battles and don't really interact with other chapters, rather than any magical warp spaghetti nonsense that makes them dissolve into thin air. Anyway, let's move on to some named characters of the Sons of Antaeus. Or rather, the named character. cause at the moment we only know about a single one, with a name that's smooth as dollar store toilet paper. JERN! He serves in the Death Watch and is part of the personal kill team of Lord Inquisitor Otto Dagova. Lastly, to finish with, I want to talk about the origin of their name. They are named after the Greek mythological figure of Antaeus. Big shocker, I know. Antaeus was the child of Poseidon and Gaia. He was basically invincible and possessed almost unrivaled strength. So you can see where the inspiration comes from. Though shit out of luck for Antaeus, these cheat codes only worked as long as he touched the earth with his feet. This was exploited by Heracles, or Hercules if you prefer, who lifted him up and in doing so severed the connection for his hacks and turned him into little bitch mode. And then beat the shit out of him. To the point he'll never shit again.
Yo, holy shit, he dead!
So let's hope that the Sons of Antaeus never meet the same fate as their namesake daddy. Maybe stay out of the reach of other Greek themed chapters for now. Anyway, that's it for today's puddle dive on the Sons of Antaeus. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please leave a like. Next puddle dive we are going to cover the Rainbow Warriors. So why not subscribe?
It's free!
So you don't miss out. As always, if you got any suggestions for other minor chapters or other niche topics for me to cover, then don't hesitate to leave them in the comments. Anyway, thanks for watching, see you all next time, cheers!